So here we go one more time. We're gonna start with the masking time level. The length of our weeks is 4 days. Our weekdays are named 0 days, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Here, some Earthlings number their Tuesday incorrectly. It doesn't really surprise me. Anyway, New Year is coming up, and we want you to calculate the weekday of everyone's birthday. We will give you the date, and and all you'll have to do is return the weekday within 8 ticks. This is interesting. This level, you're given a number as an input. You should return that number modulo 4 as a result. The challenge is that you don't have that you only have 8 ticks to output the desired result. Note, you don't need to change the hardware. You just have to figure out the trick to do modulo 4 quickly. Use this hint if you get stuck. Modulo. I think we're going to add a few instructions right here. We're just going to add all the computable things. And nor and add sub then the next sunset. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to immediate 3, right? Because 3 is going to give us the way we're gonna get the input. 3 is gonna give us the last two bits, right? Then we are gonna get the input into R2s. And then we put it into R1. Sadly, okay, let's do it like I'll have to define it anyway. So here we go. Since we're at it, we might as well just do them all. This should be the last. We can just do into out. Why not? It's not like we're going to need it, but while we're at it, we might as well, right? So now we have 3 in register 1 and our input in register 2. Now we are going to AND them, and now we should have modulo 4, which would mean we would send R3 to out. Here we go. That's it. Okay, the way you have to imagine it is modulo 4 is an operation that, for those of you who don't know what modulo does, Modulo is an operation that performs division, and it performs a division that gives you a remainder, right? It doesn't give you a fraction of a number, but it actually subtracts the value that we divide the initial value by, takes it away as many times as possible, and then it returns only the remainder. This is what modulo does. And since the output can therefore basically never be 4, because if the number is divisible by 4, modulo 4 would return 0. So the only relevant numbers are 1, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, and 3 are displayed or represented only by the lowest 3 bits. And if we AND a variant where the lowest 2 bits are true with any given input, this would result in the remainder of a division by 4. Modulo division by 4. I hope that makes sense. So this is masking time. The next level we are going to have a look at is the storage cracker. The security address door to the storage room is broken, and it keeps locking our old janitor inside. The door keeps changing. The passcode we need keeps changing. The door keeps changing the passcode. We need a program that can recover the passcode at any time. The easiest way to find the passcode would be to try all combinations until you find the right one. Although the broken mechanism does make a weird beep when your guess is too high. You might be able to use that to your advantage, yeah, maybe. But I guess we'll not do this. You win this level when you output the correct passcode. No output will fail the level. Additionally, the input will be 1 after a guess that was too high, and 0 otherwise. Oh, this is the beep. This is the representation of the beep. So we could, after each guess, check the input and then go accordingly. I mean, we could have a little pie. Interesting. I feel like this is an advice or a tip that we should have been given a couple of levels earlier. But for now, we get it right here. Oh, but we are gonna need a label in this level, so loop. First, what we're going to do is we put the input to register 1. Oh no, we don't have to use an input. So we're going to immediate 128. And then we're going to check. Move it out. So now we're just going to define all the possible. Copy S0 to H0, makes no sense. R0 to R1. Oops, this is 0 to R2, 0 to R3, 0 to R4, R5, and out. So if, and now we're going to take the input. Into R3. If greater than 0. Yes. Define conditions. Zero. And also equal 0. Always. Not equal to 0. Greater equal 0. Greater 0. So these are all possible conditions. If it is greater than 0, that will mean, wait, when do we get a 1? After the guess was too high. If the guess was too high, and so we got too low. No, we're not going to do this. I'm just going to import 0. No, we're not going to import 0. We're going to import 1. Then we put 1 to register 1. Let's not do this clever. Let's just do this quick and dirty. R3 to out. Then we add we move R3 to R2. Now we're going to loop always, because this is just going to count up throughout all the numbers. I hope this is clear. Let's go define all possible variants of R3. And this will solve the level. So what it does is it takes 1, puts it into register 1, then it outputs register 3, which is the first time it is it is simply 0. We output it, then we add the 1 that we previously added into register 1. 2. Why is there 2 in register 0? I do not understand that. But this is not so much of a problem. But that means that we made a mistake somewhere in our circuit. That might become a problem later on. We add 1 to the value that is sitting in register 3. We output it again. No, we don't output. Then we move the value that we have in register 3 to register 2, and then we output it, and then we loop through. So we just walk through all the numbers, increase it by 1 every time. Space invasion. Here we go. The cargo hull has become infested with space rats. We have hooked your machine up to our advanced robot, and we want you to program it to shoot the space rats with lasers. Be aware that the laser can only shoot when there are no other laser beams already in flight. Oh, okay. Check the robot page for instructions on how to program him. There's a link to that page in the program editor as well. Can we open it? We cannot see the robot. This is so unfortunate. Yes, this is a bug. So here's the game. Here's the robot. So let's see. There should be a robot control, so there should be a link. Where would it be? Anyway. Okay, the way we are going to do this is we're just going to define constants and turn left. It's going to be 0. Next constant is going to be move. Next constant is going to be turn right. Next constant is going to be white. Next constant is act. And then last constant would be shoot. So now we have basically all the possible instructions that we can give the robot to move through the level defined as constants. So since I already played the game, I know that the first thing we're going to have to do is to shoot the crate. Zero it out. So we're going to move forward a couple of times. This is the quickest way to do it. Now we're gonna have to 2, 3, wait 3 times. So we're going to have to shoot 4 times. And here we can create our loop. This is interesting. Shoot is wrongly defined. At least it seems like it. Oh, it is wait that is wrongly defined. Over controls. Let's have another look. Enjoy the moment, yeah. Of course. I just skipped 2. Why do we turn? This makes no sense. Well, we fixed it, right? Why is it still turning? This should work. Ah, of course. Has to be a 0 out. So now this will work. How long do we have to wait? We should get an input, right? Into 3. When it is not equal to 0, have we defined equal to 0? Yes, it is EQ. We're just going to delete any and keep a neck. When it is not equal to 0, we'll go to loop, and else just go to wait loop. So this should just wait. Okay, so why is there a problem? Oh, of course. Okay, does it work if I just do it like this? I guess. Well, basically always have to wait for... Yes, that does the trick. Here we are. And next level is going to be the maze. And since the maze is going to be a longer level, I'm going to cut the video right here. I hope you had fun, and I would like to welcome you all to the next video in the series. Goodbye.